Okay, we are back at Larry's house. We have the engine is in the trailer. There it is right there. Alfa Romeo. Beautiful script. And we're going to pull the engine out of the trailer and wheel it back. So I'm just going to set this on here. Let's see.
The game plan.
Okay, that should be good. Okay, today is Monday the 9th of March and you join me here in the garage. I'm going to do a video update on the Alfa. Some good progress took place over the last couple of days and some frustrating things happened as well. So I want to give you an update on that. And first we're going to start over here. So as I swing around, Larry and I, my friend Larry, this is his garage. Go Alfa Romeo. Pretty cool. He's got a little Harley there. We went down in his big old Dodge Ram with a trailer and picked up my engine yesterday. That's the engine right here. This is the 4-cylinder lump that Alfa Romeo used for decades. It's a twin cam, fuel injected. This car's from '72. Fuel injected 4-cylinder, hemispherical combustion chambers, sodium filled exhaust valves. Exhaust valves will be on this side. There's the fuel injection pump. We'll go down here. We're waiting on the rebuild for the fuel injection system. It has new high performance camshafts, lightened flywheel, brand new clutch, pressure plate, throttle bearing, and between the rebuild on the fuel injection system and the camshafts, this should be getting about 165 to 175 horsepower with a lightened flywheel, so it should grab revs like a demon. To the car itself, While the engine was out, I was advised that I should take out the steering, not the steering box, the clutch pivot arm, because those were made of inferior steel and they tended to crack, and they're easier to get out with the engine out of the car. So I took that out. Here's the box right there. The brake booster attaches to the back side of that. Those are the clutch and brake pedals. The brake master cylinder reservoir is right there. There is the brake cylinder. I need to hone that out and rebuild that. In the back is the clutch master cylinder. And then these are the ancillary tools. There's a honing tool. This is the grommet for the steering column. If we look in the engine compartment here, right there is the steering column. And if you look closely there, you'll see that that is zoom in, a very cracked and worn out grommet that keeps the exhaust gases from getting into the passenger compartment. So we're going to replace that. Well, alongside here on the chassis wall goes the steering box, and that was all black. We tried to fill it up, put new gear oil in it. However, it just leaked out. So we took it off the firewall, we took it off the steering column, and while we were cleaning it, ball bearings fell out. So that meant that we had to rebuild it. Up here on the table is the exploded steering box. This is the actual steering box. Here's where it fastens to the chassis wall. There's the input shaft where the steering wheel attaches to up here. This is the key right there that actually turns the steering column, and then the steering column goes into this port here, and then the rotational torque of the steering wheel gets transferred to this. At the bottom is the output shaft where the splines attach to a pitman arm, which then attaches to the control rods. Yes, upper control rods. So we have to reassemble all this once we get the proper shim material, and I need a new one of these, which is a seal on the bottom there. And then we also need new shims for all the plates. Anyway, that is an update on the Alfa and where we're at. I wanted to give you that update so that you can see what progress has been made over the last couple of months. I've been working on it pretty fiercely for the last 2 months. The transmission is done. The gentleman who rebuilt my engine is going to redo a couple things in the transmission, but it's done. And we're just waiting on the fuel injection system and then rebuild all this stuff. Then I can go back in the car. Getting closer, hopefully by late spring, early summer, this car should be on the road. It's part of my overall scope for my art career. I'm going to use this as an art piece here and there. But first objective is to get it running for the summer, enjoy it. I've owned it for a very long time. I've only driven it 13,000 miles, maybe not even that. And in the last 8 years, probably put 200-300 miles on it. It's pretty miserable. So now, once all this stuff is done, it will have no mechanical excuses. The suspension's been redone. We will rebuild the brake calipers, turn the brake rotors. We've got a couple things to do in the rear end. Drive shaft has been rebuilt with all new universal joints. It's good to go. So if you've just wanted to give you a heads up, a recap on the progress. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. There's my thumb. And like, subscribe, and share. That's the most important thing. Until next time, be kind to each other, be good, and we'll see you on the other side.